बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट, आज हम फर्स्ट ईयर फिज़िक्स यूनिट नंबर 1 मेजरमेंट में कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करेंगे। कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 है, फॉर एन आंसर टू बी कंप्लीट द यूनिट नीड टू बी स्पेसिफाइड वाई। अब इस क्वेश्चन में सबसे पहले हम डिफ़ाइन करेंगे कि यूनिट वेक्टर क्या है। व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय यूनिट? सो डिफिनीशन, द स्टैंडर्ड with which physical quantity are compared is called a unit. For example, the time of an event observed in 10 minutes. Here minute is a standard with which comparison is made. So thus here minute is a unit. For an answer to be complete, the units need to specify it, because a number by itself is a meaningless. A number attached with a unit such that magnitude. Tell us the reader what exactly we have calculated. Explanation: measurement of physical quantities are expressed in terms of unit which are standardized. Value: without standardized unit, it would be extremely difficult for a scientist to express and compare measured value in a meaningful. If you are asked to measure the length of a table and you report that is 3, so you haven't given enough information for your answer to be useful. Units are necessary to give meaning to the numerical value. Now we discuss question number 2. What are the advantages of using international system of unit, मतलब SI units? अब SI यूनिट को इंटरनेशनल क्यों कहते हैं? क्योंकि 1960 से पहले हमारे पास जितनी भी सिस्टम ऑफ यूनिट्स थे, इसमें CGS सिस्टम था, PFS सिस्टम था, MKS सिस्टम था, तो ये यूनिट स्टैंडर्डाइज नहीं थे। अब 1960 में तमाम लोग बैठ गए फ्रांस के शहर पेरिस म्यूज़ियम सीरीज़ में, और उन्होंने एक सिस्टम इंट्रोड्यूस कराया जिसको उन्होंने नाम दिया सिस्टम इंटरनेशनल। So the international system of unit is a scientific method of expressing the magnitude or quantities of important natural phenomena. Science requires that quantity must be defined and measured. Things that cannot be measured, like beauty, love, hate, are all not science. On the other hand, quantity like length, time, density, etc. can be measured, so therefore they are called physical quantity. A complete set of units for all physical quantity is called system of units. SI unit has been laid upon in 1960, which is used all over the world. Now we discuss advantages of SI units. The first one advantage is that it makes calculation very fast. The second, it makes systematic use of prefixes, making it easy to express very large or very small number. The third one, they are common to people of the entire world, so that people from different countries can communicate with each other conveniently. Number 4, easy root words and terminology. The fifth one, easy to write and say. Now we discuss question number 3. How many radian account for circumference of a circle and how many steradian account for circumference of a sphere? So this topic is already, this short question is already discussed in the topic supplementary unit. There are two types of supplementary units, plane angle and solid angle. The unit of plane angle is radian and the unit of solid angle is a steradian, already discussed in a theory. Now we discuss question number 4. Question number 4, what is least count error? How can least count error be reduced? Least means kam se kam. The definition, the smallest value that can be measured by the measuring instrument is called its least count. Least count error is the error associated with the resolution of the instrument. Explanation: every measurement is reliable to the least count of the apparatus on which the measurement is taken. It means that every measurement has uncertainty which is equal to the least count of the measuring apparatus. This uncertainty is also called least count error. For example, the vernier caliper have the least count of 0.01 centimeter. A speedometer may have least count of 0.001 centimeter. So least count error belongs to the category of random error but within a limited size. It occurs with both systematic and random error. Least count error can be reduced by using instrument with a higher resolution, employing experimental technique, etc. Now question number 5 is very important for exam. Why including more digit in answer does not make it more accurate? The number of digit you present and your answer should represent the precision with which you know a measurement. It says very little about the accuracy of the measurement if you include more digit in your answer, that you are not doing justice with the measuring value. It would be considered wrong. Example, you are given the task to measure the length of a table with meter rod having least count of 0.10 centimeter, and you report that the length to be 55.62 centimeter, then you are wrong because your result does not represent the correct precision, such that after decimal point only one digit is required. So the correct representation would be 55.6 centimeter. So therefore, by including more digit, make the measurement wrong, not accurate. However, we can increase precision and accuracy by using instruments which have smaller least count. Question number 6. What determines the precision of a measurement? This question is also discussed in a theory. Now we discuss question number 7. Question number 7 is also very important for exam. If two quantities have different dimension, is it possible to multiply and or divide, can we add and or subtract? So no. Remember, if you have two quantities and they have different dimension, so there are two possibility. Either we can multiply or divide, but we cannot add or subtract. So now we have explained, according to principle of homogeneity of dimension, division and multiplication are possible, while addition, subtraction, or equality between two quantities of different dimension is not possible. So there is a famous rule called apple and orange rule. According to this rule, it is meaningless to add or subtract two different quantity like apple and orange. Similarly, addition or subtraction of physical quantity with different dimension are meaningful. For example, 5 meter, 7 kilogram, they are two different things. We can't add. And the multiplication and division of two quantity have different dimension is possible. For example, momentum. So we know that momentum is the product of mass and velocity. Now you see, mass is different, velocity is different, so we can multiply by two different dimension quantity. The second one is work. So work is the product of magnitude of force and displacement. So mathematically, W is equal to Fs. Similarly, acceleration, A is equal to dv divided by delta t. So you know, dv is different quantity, dt is different. The fourth one is power. P is equal to dv divided by power. Yeah, we can say power is the dot product of force and velocity. Now we discuss question number 8. Very important for exam. The human pulse and the swing of pendulum are possible time unit. Why are they not open use? Remember, several repetitive phenomena such as human pulse and the swing of pendulum are possible time units, but these are not open use as a time standard because these are consistent our passage of time. Now we discuss what do you mean by pulse rate. Pulse rate is the number of heartbeat per minute. Normal pulse rate is from 60 to 100, but it is not used as a reasonable time standard due to the following reason. Number 1, pulse rate depend on age, different for different age person. The second one, pulse rate changes from person to person and depend on the health condition. The third one, pulse rate lower when a person is resting and increase when a person does exercise. Now we discuss the second point, time period. So time period of pendulum, the time period required to complete one oscillation by a pendulum is called time period of the simple pendulum. So with the help of formula, we know that T is equal to 2 pi L by G. But this time period cannot be used as a unit of time due to the following reason. The first one reason, length of pendulum may change due to change in temperature. So therefore, time period may change. The second one, frictional force of air and support may affect the time period. The third one, time period of the simple pendulum varies with the gravitational acceleration g, and g varies with altitude, so it may have different time at different altitude. Now, question number 9 is a very important. If an equation is dimensionally correct, is that equation a right equation? So no. Why? Now we discuss. Now, it is not necessary that a dimensionally correct equation is the right equation. Explanation. an equation for a physical relation must be dimensionally correct to be valid. However, a dimensionally correct equation is not necessarily correct physically. Example, suppose the time period of simple pendulum is given by the equation t is equal to L by G under root. Now to check whether it is dimensionally correct or not. So find the dimension of both sides. Now from this equation, left hand side t is equal to t. So the dimension of t is t under the square bracket. Now right hand side L by G. The unit of length is meter. The unit of G is meter per second square. So second square under the square root cancel to second. T is the dimension of second. So you can see left hand side is a right hand side. So from this we conclude that if an equation is dimensionally correct, is that equation a right equation? So no. Thank you for watching this video.